Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make some broccoli tuna balls. Broccoli tuna, they're like cheese balls, but not, because they have some cheese, but that's not just all what it is. So broccoli tuna balls, and they're kind of like a meatball, but with broccoli and cheese instead of ground beef. I have 4 cans of tuna drained, and I'm trying to get it as little bits as possible. This is whole fat and in water that was drained tuna. And to this, we're going to add a bunch of ingredients. So first, we're going to add our spices. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Tell me where you're watching from and tell me about your weather today. I am so thankful that today compared to yesterday, we had sun, because I taught water aerobics and swim lessons and didn't freeze as much as I did yesterday because it was sunny, even though it was chillier. Now we're gonna put a teaspoon of pink salt. This will be to taste afterwards. So we're just gonna use a teaspoon of pink salt. And then we're going to use a teaspoon of garlic powder. And we're gonna mix these, and then we're going to add a few more, well, a lot more ingredients, but not that many more. All right, so a teaspoon of garlic powder. Kylia is right here. Tell me where you're watching from. If you don't like tuna, you can use ground chicken or like shredded chicken. And tell me which you would use, chicken or tuna. Now I'm going to have that all mixed. Now I'm going to add my almond flour. I have a cup of almond flour. Kind of doing my dry ingredients first so they can mix more easily. So a cup of almond flour. And then now I'm going to add my broccoli. I shredded my broccoli with one of the ones that goes like this, and the smallest holes. You can also use like a food processor, something that would make it into bits. And I have 4 cups of shredded broccoli, like tiny shredded broccoli. So you can see it's just like bits. So 4 cups of shredded broccoli. I have the oven preheating to 375 degrees. And these are things that you can do ahead of time. So you can have your cheese shredded ahead of time. You can have your broccoli shredded ahead of time. You can have your tuna out of the cans ahead of time. That's something that you could food prep so that all you have to do is mix it. That would help save a lot of time. Okay. Now, I want to make sure that my broccoli is well incorporated with my tuna. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it just looks like broccoli, but it has some tuna bits in it, a lot of tuna bits. Now I'm going to start adding some of the more liquidy. I have 3 more ingredients to add. Tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video so that more people in the world can know that they can too do this type of eating and not sacrifice flavor, culture, food that they love. All right, this is 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. Get it all out. I was gonna maybe try to do it in pieces. Excuse me, but I'm not. I'm just gonna do it all at once. So I'm gonna kind of fold it in a little bit so it doesn't get into clumps. So I'm gonna move it around, and then I'll start stirring it more. So the cheese will help bind these together, and then also our egg will help to do that. So before I add my egg, I'm going to add butter. And this is going to be our healthy fat in addition to the cheese. And in addition to, there's healthy fat too in the almond flour. So I have 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So I'm going to get all of that out and mix this in well. And then I am going to add my egg. And then we're done and we're just gonna make our balls. Now these are like meatballs, but with the base being, instead of ground pepper, we're making the base tuna and broccoli. All right, I think I have my butter mixed in here. It's starting to get a little bit connected. You can see, like, if I push it, it gets a little connected. Now I have 4 eggs. So I'm going to mix these 4 eggs. And then we're going to form our balls. So I want to get these eggs well combined because they are going to act like they be the main thing in a part. Well, actually not the main thing. There's like the binders in this are the almond flour, the cheese, and the, oh, look who's here, the Photo Bomber. Almond flour, cheese, and egg are our binders in this recipe. Both Kalalea and my husband already had some of the cheese muffins from yesterday, so you have to try them. They're so good. I had some earlier today. Someone is actually going to pay Zariah to make them for her. All right, this is mixed. Now all I need to do is scoop it. So it's in balls. And I have a silicone mat on you can use parchment paper, but a big baking sheet. And I'm going to use a big cookie scoop. It is broken, so it's going to be, oh, I see why. I never saw why before. It might not be broken anymore, we'll see. A big one. You can use a smaller one if you would prefer. But I'm gonna use this big one. We're gonna see if it's as broken. I think it's still broken. Oh yeah, it's still broken. Might be easier to just use my hands. But here is how big it's going to be. It's going to be like this big ball. You can make, like I said, you can make small balls if you would prefer. Actually, I might make small balls because I want it to cook all the way through and the broccoli is so soft. So I'm going to use a smaller one, or maybe just my hands. We're going to see how this works. It's also broken. I don't know, my cookie scoops tend to break. Or not tend to, like these are the two. I had another one and it broke too. Another size. But it just kind of makes, because it's broken, it just kind of makes it not a full circle. But it's still, like, it leaves off this portion over here. So I might just get my hands messy. What would you do? Would you use your hands or a cookie scoop? Or just a spoon? I mean, still, I think I would use a spoon even if I'm using my hands. But it always is going to have this piece that's off. So I think I might just use my hands. Now my oven is already prepared. Hi, Mia. Hello. It's already prepared to 375 degrees. And now it's just a matter of getting these all on my cookie sheet. I might need to use 2 cookie sheets for how much I have here. And this is gonna be our dinner. Now you can dip this in anything has 0 sugar. So the guasacaca from Venezuela would be great. A hot sauce would be great, but a good hot sauce, even a homemade hot sauce. Sour cream you could dip it in. If you have the ketchup that is, yeah, this is not gonna work. The ketchup that is 0 sugar added, that's really actually very low carb and there's no extra sugar. So that's a great option. So lots of great options. So I am making these about this size. This is about where they're at. Like little balls. And then you're going to bake them till they're cooked inside. And that's going to be about 18 to 22 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Check them. It might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less. You do want them to be golden because you do want them to be cooked. They probably will have a little bit of a mushy texture inside, kind of like a croqueta. And that will be the broccoli mushiness, but it'll be good. Or maybe like I don't know, like a Puerto Rican, what do you call it? I actually don't know what it's called. They're like platano ball. Starts with an M. Maybe someone knows. Can tell me in the comments. That's it. All right, so that's it. I'm going to finish rolling these or putting these balls together on here, and we're gonna eat these for dinner. Have a wonderful night from my house to your kitchen. Global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Have a great night. Bye.